So, Caleb, you want to talk Goffman's presentation of self in everyday life? So I don't want to dive too deeply into sociology, but if you guys know anything about Erving Goffman, the thing that you probably know is his book, The Presentation of Self in Everyday Life, wherein he uses the metaphor of theater to describe the way that we behave in social situations, complete with settings, costumes, and sometimes even dialogue. So Goffman is drawing this connection between performance and life, wherein we are both actors and audience members, and different social situations, different contexts call for different sort of fundamental scripts that keep that social interaction moving smoothly. So if an actor flubs their line in a play, generally the audience just ignores it and goes with it, right? Because the thing that both of you want is for the play to go successfully. And that's basically what Goffman is saying about social situations. Except when it comes to the presentation of self in everyday life, you are still you and not a character. It's just that you may be trying to influence the way that other people see you while also adapting to whichever setting you happen to be in. Okay, that might be a poor summary of Goffman, but anyways, I just wanted to use it as a sort of leaping off point because I wanted to talk about the kind of social situation that we are creating by participating in VEDS. So the funny thing about YouTube is sometimes people say things like the YouTube community, but of course all of us know that that's kind of like saying the global community, right? Like YouTube is made up of many different distinct communities which may share some commonalities but also have a lot of differences. And when it comes to VEDS, we are a small community of people who are all doing the same thing. We're trying to make a video every day in September. How we go about doing that is different, but there is this framework for the way that we behave, right? It's sort of agreed upon that at the beginning of the month you introduce yourself to other participants. We all agree that we're going to watch each other's videos and maybe leave comments. If you have ever tried to get a group of people to do anything, you know that it's easier when there's an agreed upon set of rules in place. What does this mean for VEDS? Well, I think that the agreed upon rules that we have establish that we do want to try to get to know one another, and we want to also produce enough content so that we have a video for every single day. I think that both the fairly casual and also the communal nature of VEDS as a project lends itself to more honesty in the way that we present ourselves. But I don't know. What do you think? I know that all of us participating in VEDS have different levels of experience talking to a camera. It's something that I have done before, but not on the regular, and it's been sort of a new experience for me. I will say that I definitely noticed a difference in the way that I thought and behaved when I was sitting here with Graham versus all of the times that I've been sitting here by myself. With Graham, I was talking to all of you, but I was also just hanging out with my friend. And I did feel like I had a little bit more opportunity to be myself in a sort of low pressure environment. Like no matter how the vlog turned out, it would still have been a fun experience because I enjoyed spending time with him. Versus moments like this, the thing that's fun about it is, you know, the editing of the video and then seeing if a conversation ensues afterwards. And in order for any of that to work, I need to say something that's interesting enough that people want to watch and participate and comment, right? So the version of me that you get on the vlogs is me and is true to myself, but it's only one small part of me, right? Especially since you can't see everything that happens between the edits. Okay, so I just want to run with Goffman's idea of performance for a second here. Even if we are performing, even if there is a level of artifice to the way that we present ourselves, that doesn't mean that it's entirely untrue. People say about art that art is the lie that tells the truth. It's something that I talked about briefly yesterday when I was talking about what I think really great poetry does. One thing I've been doing during VEDS, since I didn't have a plan, is experimenting with lots of different kinds of content, and it's fairly interesting that some of the content that feels most me is not necessarily the vlog stuff. Some of it's the art projects, the little short fictions and songs and things. Sometimes the performance feels more true than the moment where I'm trying to just be myself. Have you ever heard actors say that, you know, that the hardest thing is when the director tells you, oh, just do nothing, just be a person? And I do wonder if some of that is to do with vulnerability, if it's sometimes easier to have a performance, a piece of artwork between you and the people you're communicating with. Alright, this is a big topic and I feel like I've sort of talked my way in circles enough. But thank you, Caleb, for bringing it up, and I'm glad that I had a little chance to talk about it today. If y'all have thoughts, please leave them in the comments below, and I will see all of you tomorrow.